Yo, so hopefully everyone can hear me. Let me know if you can't hear me at all. I'll just let a few people join in, and then I'll start answering your questions. Okay, so obviously I got asked quite a few questions actually tonight, and the first question was, I'm not currently on a strict diet or anything close. However, eat reasonably okay, but post 9 p.m. You seem to struggle in terms of eating a bad diet or craving a lot of foods or eating too much food. Kind of what do you do? So the first thing when that's happening and after 9 p.m., you've got to reverse engineer. You've got to kind of go back to the beginning and see why you might be craving at night. So let's say, for example, at the start of the day, what are you having for breakfast? If you're having a protein fat meal, so if you're having like steak and eggs, salmon, anything like this, that's a lot easier. The reason you do that is because it's protein and fat, so it stabilises your blood sugar levels a lot more. So that's a good way to start your day. If you're having cereal or, I don't know, Skittles for breakfast, something like this, what it's going to do is shoot your blood sugar levels up and you're going to start craving. So, first of all, how is your breakfast? Are you eating something that's going to balance you out? Next, are you drinking plenty of water? Make sure you're drinking plenty of water. Are you having enough vegetables with your meals? And are you eating regular? So you don't want to leave like 5, 6, 7 hour gaps, because what that's going to do then is, once again, your blood sugar levels are going to drop rapidly. And when they drop, you're not going to crave, you're going to crave chocolate and sweets. You're not going to crave chicken and rice or chicken and broccoli or anything like this. So making sure your blood sugar levels are stable throughout the day. Then after 9 p.m. when you are craving, if that's still happening, then what I like to do is, let's say, for example, I'd give myself foods that are a lot lower in calories. So, I don't know, you could have something like some Snacker Jacks, which are 90 calories, 900 calories, you can use that. Or you could move some of your carbs from earlier in the day, and you could have 150 gram of blueberries or strawberries, which once again will give you 25 gram of carbs, and they're going to cut your craving a lot more. Whereas, let's say, for example, you don't do any of that, you're going to go and hit the junk food straight away. Or, one of the best things what I like to do with clients, I know exactly what's going in and out calorie-wise, is that I like to get them having jellies. So the sugar-free jelly is about 10 calories and there's zero carbs in them, so it's a real good one to use, and that's going to curb your cravings. And also, something like a Pepsi Max or a Coke Zero, something that's 0 calorie and 0 sugar, is another good one to use it to curb your cravings. So make sure you're balanced in terms of food-wise. So you drink enough water, you've got enough protein at each meal, you've got enough veg, you're having plenty of fat in your diet. Then if you're still craving, move some of your carbs from earlier in the day, put them later at night, but choose better sources. So that's where you're going to have like your fruits, like I said, rather than any of your bad shit. Okay, so second question was, so exercises for stomach and back of your arms. So when it comes to back of your arms, first of all, what you need to do is think that you can't specifically target an area in your body to lose body fat. So what you've actually got to do is you've got to lose more body fat. Now, saying that, and the more that you lose body fat, the more your arms will tone. It's exactly the same when a lad comes to me and they want to get shredded. One of the main things you've got to do first of all is get them lean, and then you'll start to see what physique they've got from under that. So, okay, let's say, for example, we've got you leaner and your arms are still a problem area. Then you've got to obviously use push exercises. So you're going to be using, like, I don't know, dips or a close grip bench press, or you're going to be using tricep push downs or overhead extensions. These kind of exercises. And one of the main things that's happening when you're using these exercises, you've got to get stronger. So there's no point in having 7 kilos on it and going light and doing 20, 25 reps. Get some weight on there, get 20 kilos on there, get 24 kilos, and each time you want to beat it by 5%. And when you beat it by 5% each time and you're getting stronger, what that's going to do is obviously build muscle. And when you build muscle, it raises your metabolism. So when you raise your metabolism, you're going to burn more calories at resting. So that's another good thing. When you think lifting weights, don't think it's going to make you big and bulky. It isn't, because you're not eating enough and your calories are set and your diet's balanced. So when you are lifting weights, what that's going to do is raise your metabolism and therefore make it easier to burn body fat. So that's why weight training, alongside a regimented nutritional plan and with cardio, is going to make you lose a lot of body fat. And also tone up your arms. Same when it comes to stomach. There's no exercise that's going to burn loads and loads of body fat off your stomach. You want to be using bigger exercises that are going to burn more calories. So, like I say, like your Movements are going to use 2 or 3 muscle groups. So stuff like squats, deadlifts, chin-ups, all these kind of things are going to use 2 or 3 muscle groups and therefore burn a lot more calories than, let's say, an ab crunch or a plank. You want to be doing bigger exercises to burn more calories, and therefore it's also going to build more muscle, which will change your shape more. So the next question was exercises that help your posture. So what I tend to see with a lot of clients when they come to me is obviously the shoulders are rolled forward, the chest. So what that happens when your shoulders are really forward like this, you've got really tight traps and you've got really tight chest. So first of all, what you need to do is loosen your chest and you want to loosen your upper traps. Then what you also want to do is strengthen your lower traps and strengthen your mid-back. When you strengthen your lower traps and mid-back, what that'll do is bring your posture back here and allow you to keep a lot more straighter positioning-wise. And that then will make it a lot easier to grow your lats and to grow your physique. If you've got a bad posture and your shoulders are rolled forward, what's that's going to happen? Because your chest is tight, you can't fully use your chest when it's coming down to the low range. When that happens, what's going to happen is you're going to fire out your triceps, you're going to fire out your shoulders, and you're a lot more likely to get injured because you're using other muscle groups. So one of the main things that you can do is really focus on improving your posture by using exercises that are going to work your lower to mid traps and work your mid back, bring you back here, and loosen off your chest muscles, and that'll get your upper body in a better position. When it comes to your lower half, every single person that I've trained is always tight through the hips. So loosening the hips, loosening the glutes. The glutes are always tight and switched off, and that's why a lot of people get lower back pain. So once again, loosen the hips, loosen the glutes, and then you want to strengthen the hamstrings and glutes, and this will improve your posture massively. Okay, so next one, pre-workout. What pre-workout do I recommend, and what do I think about it? Right, pre-workout I will use now and again, just when I'm really tired and either I can't be bothered to train or I'm just really tired. Other than that, you don't want to overuse a pre-workout, because what that's going to do, in the end, it's like whatever comes up, whatever goes up must come down. So you don't want to use a pre-workout over and over and over again and rely on it, because over time, what that's going to do is going to overwork your adrenal glands, and then that's going to make you a lot more fatigued. So be careful with pre-workouts. Use it sparingly and don't use it every day. They're all pretty much the same. What I tend to use, rather than a pre-workout, I'll use neurostimulators. There's a few supplements I'll tag below. And then what I'll also use is like a black coffee. That for me is the best pre-workout, rather than using all these different things that have got loads of different products in it. Okay, a question, is an incline walk as effective for fat loss as a run? Yeah, okay, right, so yes and no. Okay, so if I've got a bodybuilder, alright, so let's say for example someone like Dion, who I've got in a show soon, I won't get him running. Now, the reason I won't get him running, because I know exactly what calories are going in, and I know exactly what calories are going out on his piece of cardio. And if I get him doing running, also what's going to happen is his speeds may alter, and he's going to be burning a lot more calories at running than what he will do with walking. So I prefer to keep him walking, because I've got a set calories going in and calories going out. Now, if someone prefers running and enjoys running, then what I'll do is, that's fine, go and enjoy it. I'll never tell you not to do anything, but you might have to slightly increase your calories a little bit. And also, it's a little bit more stressful on the body than an incline walk. If I've got someone training a lot, I would prefer them to walk, because it's not as stressful on the body. It's a relaxation form of a workout. Whereas if you're running, it's another form of stress. So don't overload your body with stress, and that's why I prefer to have an incline walk than a run for fat loss. But that's dependent on the client. How do you know if you're overtraining? Right, you know if you're overtraining if you are stiff all the time, if you can't be bothered to train all the time, and if you're not recovering very well. So what I'd say is, one of the main things is you need to make sure your nutrition's on point. You need to make sure that you've got plenty of carbs in and around your workout, and you are having plenty of rest and recovery workouts. So doing plenty of stretching, either doing some yoga or meditation, or doing plenty of walks. This will allow you then to recover a lot better. If you're overtraining, you'll know, because, like I said, you'll be so sore, you'll be very stressed and inflamed, and you'll be craving a lot of foods. So what I'd say is, base it upon all that, and then decide if you think you're overtraining. If you think you're overtraining, simple things what you've got to do: back off training for 3 or 4 days, slightly increase your calories, slightly increase your carbs, even maybe have a refeed or a cheat meal, and then you'll start to feel like you want to train again. You've got more calories to utilize as fuel, and then just slightly increase your calories, and this will stop from overtraining. Okay, right, so I've read some blogs and advice about chest, and some people are saying it's a waste of time doing flat bench. Right, okay, this is a very hard question to answer. without seeing the person. Now, let's say, for example, someone that's really thick-chested and got a big rib cage. You've seen it. Those, to be honest, I have really. So those lads that are really thick-chested and got a bigger rib cage. So for me, for example, I have to just do solely incline work because otherwise I'll never target the upper part of my chest. Someone that's got a really shallow rib cage and a lot narrower shoulder-wise, doing a flat bench will be fine for them, but it's based upon the actual person and what they're training like. What I tend to do with most of my clients is I'll just get them using incline bench, to be honest. I don't really do an incline dumbbell work, cable work, pec decks. I won't really use too much flat work. The only time I really use flat work is if I've got someone that's coming into me that's never really trained before. It's a lot easier to get someone to show them how to press properly with keeping a proper position, keeping a proper posture, and then show them how to press properly. So that's what, if this client's never trained before, or they don't lift properly, or be able to execute properly, or be able to activate the chest, the first thing that I'll do is I'll go, right, let me show you how to press, let me show you how to use it on a flat bench, and then I'll progress you on to using an incline bench. But if saying that, if I had to choose, I would always choose an incline bench for most people, because it's a lot easier and a lot better to be able to execute and be able to work the upper parts of your chest, which a flat bench won't usually do for most people. So it's not that it's wrong, it's not that it's not good or useless, it just totally depends on the person, and it depends on the person at the stage of the training. Okay, drinks-wise, what would you say is okay units-wise if you was out? So what I'd say to people that go out a lot and drinking, you don't really want to be using stuff that's got high calories, so stuff like your beer and your ciders that have got a lot of sugar in as well. Because you're going to have 200-300 calories. You're not just going to have one. There's going to be 5-6. So then you're adding like an extra 1,500 calories, which is therefore going to be, you've got to burn that off the next day, and it's going to make you a lot more inflamed. It's going to make the liver work a lot harder. So one of the best things that you can do there is when you're going out, what I always do and I tell people to do is you drink vodka or drink gin, something that's lower calories, and then you can add sugar-free drinks to that, something like a Coke Zero or Pepsi Max, or you can add some tonic or something like this to it. That's always a lot better to use, and that's a lot better to use than going for beer and ciders. Same with wine. If you're having a wine, just drink one glass of wine, but try and stay away from beer and cider just because there's too many calories and there's lots of sugar in that. Okay, right. So someone wanted to ask about steroids. Personally don't use them, but I've never nothing against them. Everyone knows who's taking them. I understand why people use them, but okay. Right, so asking about steroids. So yeah, obviously you see it so many times when you go to bodybuilding gyms or you go to gyms now, and there's a young 20-year-old lad or a 21-year-old lad that just jumps straight on steroids. So what I'd say is if you know someone that's 20, 21 and all their friends are on steroids and they tell someone else to go on steroids, they don't actually know what they're doing it for, and they've never actually researched into the product. So the first thing that if it's in case of someone doing that, what I'd say is learn them how to diet properly first, learn them how to actually train properly first, and be consistent with that. Be patient with that. Learn how to be consistent and patient, like I said, over a 6-month period, 12-month period, 18 and 24-month period. Then after 2 years, if you're realising, right, I've upped my calories as much as I can, I'm training hard, and I've still not got as much growth as what I want, then go and hire a coach who will take you to that next level again, who will be able to take you maybe a little bit further for 6-12 months. Then, if then you decide that you want to do it, then obviously find someone who knows what they're doing with it first of all, and someone that you trust that you're getting it off. And always think about longevity here as well. So, as soon as you get into something like that, you are stuck in it because you're never going to come off. So first of all, if you're going to do it and you know someone that's going to do it, start them off by doing mild stuff, so maybe some kind of tablet-wise, and then move them on to anything like that. But like I said, that's going to come, but it's totally up to the person. But I wouldn't jump straight into something like that, because once you're in it, you're involved in it for life. And people don't really know what they're doing it for just because the other people on it. They don't know why they're doing it or how to do it, or the safety around it, or the precautions people need to take. And when they do use it, they don't actually come off properly, so they won't do a PCT, which is just going to upregulate your natural testosterone and your natural growth hormone levels again. So make sure you know someone that knows how to do it properly, and then you can utilise it. But like I said, that's going to come a lot further down your line of your training. I wouldn't actually utilise that. If it's someone new, I wouldn't ever advise it to anyone anyway. But if they are going to use it, they've got a lot more development in time being consistent and patient before they actually have to use that. Okay, so what I'll do is I'll give you an extra minute or two. If anyone's got any more questions, just type them below and I'll answer them. In the meantime, so obviously, just thought I'd let you know. Like I said, the website and the app should be done next week, which is going to be good. So all your training programs will be on there. I've got a videographer on the 21st and 22nd of May. So what we're going to do with the videographer is we're going to do the full exercise library. So then you'll have access to a full exercise library on the app and with all your programs. Tomorrow, I'll get a gut health video done. That'll be tomorrow evening. That's just going to be, it's very in-depth going through gut health. So all it's going to be is just going to be how you can utilize it and improve your digestion systems and certain things that you can do just to implement to improve it straight away. I'm not going to go too in-depth for that because that could be over a 2 or 3 part series. There's going to be another video going out tomorrow as well, and I'm going to try and put a video up for you all each day. Next week, I'm going to do a hormone video and fat loss. I know a few people asked me about that. If you've got any more ideas or anything you want to know on videos, obviously let me know, and I'll do that for you. Obviously, people have been asking me as well what I'm actually going to do now. Am I working in the gym? What am I doing? No, I'm not. I'm not working in the gym at all. What I'm actually doing is mainly online coaching, so I'm working obviously with a lot of people now, so I wanted to give you guys my full time, my full commitment, and also work in improving the systems in place, and just to give you a lot more value for your money, and just to regularly give you content that's going to help you improve and educate you along the way. And I just want to keep building the community. And the next step is obviously to help bring someone in to help me. So hopefully bringing in some other trainers next month that are going to help me with the online coaching. So yes, there's lots to look forward to and to move forward to. And like I said, if there's anything that you want me to improve service-wise, or anything that you'd like to see as part of your programming or on here, let me know, and then I'll implement that for you over the next few weeks, and then we can constantly just try and improve and build this community, and then just constantly be able to get a result for everyone as well. All right. So obviously no more questions. So what I'll do is I'll leave it there. And then if you've got anything you want to ask me in the meantime, or any more questions, type them below, or private message me, or WhatsApp me, and I'll do another video for you this week. Maybe another Facebook Live if there's enough questions that weekend. All right. So have a good week, guys.